Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. I'm Muhammad Abdul Wakil. Today I'm going to talk about Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah Alai. This is from chapter 5 of grade 10 book, Islam and Moral Education. So I want to talk about Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah Alai. Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah Alai was the founder of Islamic philosophy or Sufism. Sufism is the approach or way of self-purification or purification of heart, tazkiyatul kalbi. You know that in different groups and sects of people, they have their own way of self-purification. In Islam, self-purification or Sufism, we believe that Sufism started during the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I do believe personally that Islamic Sufism or mysticism or mystic way of Islam, actually this is Sufism is the base of Islamic monotheism. You know, before gaining the prophethood, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in deep meditation, long 15 years from the age of 25 up to the age of 40. 15 years, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in deep meditation, and it was in a very, very solitary place, in the cave of Hira. In the mount hill of Jabal Nur. You can say mount of Jabal Nur. So Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah Alai, he revitalized, I would like to say gentrified the concept of Islamic spirituality based on which Islamic monotheism or the Tawheed is established in the Arabian Peninsula, and subsequently it is spread all over the world. Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah Alai re-established, refounded, and revitalized this spirituality of the Sufism. Even when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam migrated in Medina, there he established a mosque. In that masjid, the Sahabis, they used to gather together to achieve the spirituality from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The place or the premises they used to sit down for gaining the spirituality from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was known as Sufa. So these people, or the Sahabis, the companion of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who gathered there regularly for gaining the spirituality or the teaching of Quran and Hadith, or the explanation of Quran and Hadith from Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they were called Ahlul Sufa. So Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah Alai, he revitalized the spirituality or the mysticism based on which Islamic ideas and philosophy established. So Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah Alai was the founder of Islamic Sufism, and he personally practiced the Sufism, and he has written so many books on Sufism also. A famous book of Sufism written by Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah Alai is Ihya Ulumuddin. Ihya يعني revitalization or gentrification, علوم الدين, the science of religion. You know, علوم is science. Science of Islamic religion. Deen means he meant Islam. So he revitalized the science or the philosophy of Islam, Islamic religion, in this book, the Ihya Ulumuddin. And he logically proved that Islamic ideas are true. He logically proved that all the rules and regulations of Islam are very basic for the spirituality. Rather, Islamic rules and regulations, the ethos, the practices, Salat, Saum, Hajj, Zakat, Da'wah, everything is related to each other, and they boost up the spirituality, the consciousness. So he wrote the book, Ihya Ulumuddin, revitalization of the science of religion Islam. For giving the extensive explanation of Quran and Hadith regarding the Sufism or Islamic philosophy, and for his logical proofs and the documentation of Islamic rules and regulations scientifically and spiritually, he is called Hujjatul Islam, or the logic of Islam, or the proof of Islam. So the Muslim scholars and the Muslims entitled him, called him Hujjatul Islam. Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah alayhi, he established Islam as the supreme religion, as the supreme order or way for achieving the spirituality or mysticism. And he established the highest philosophy for every Islamic rules and regulations. And he gave the institutional framework for the Islamic Sufism or mysticism. So he is the pioneer, institutional pioneer of Islamic philosophy and Islamic Sufism. So from this short lecture, we understood that Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah alayhi was the founder of Islamic philosophy. He was the man who wrote books on Islamic Sufism and spirituality. He was the man who established Islamic Sufism or philosophy institutionally. And he wrote the book, Ihya Ulumuddin. And of course, he was born in the golden era of Islam. And that time was Abbasid dynasty. You know, in Abbasid dynasty, the Muslims, they had the sky-like high development in knowledge, science, and technology. In Baghdad and in Spain, the Cordoba. In that golden era, Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah alayhi, whose real name was Muhammad, Abu Hamid Muhammad Al-Ghazali. So Muhammad, Abu Hamid, Abu means father, Hamid means Hamid's father, maybe his son was Hamid, and Al-Ghazali. He was born in Tus. Tus is in Khurasan of Persian region in Iran. So he was actually an Iranian person, and he was expert in Quran and Hadith, and he had more knowledge than Quranic regarding the Quranic philosophy. He was not limited to the word by word meaning of the Quran and Hadith. Rather, he overcome the meaning. Rather, he established the philosophy, scientifically proof of Islamic rules and regulations. So, Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah was the founder of Sufism or mysticism or Islamic philosophy. Let us try to understand what was his field. Number one, okay, let us see. Imam Ghazali. Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah. We can write the questions like who is called Hujjatul Islam. Who is called Hujjatul Islam and why? From my explanation, you already understood that who is called Hujjatul Islam and why. Of course, Hujjatul Islam or the proof of Islam is Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah, Abu Hamid Muhammad Al-Ghazali. Why was he called Hujjatul Islam? Because of his scientific explanation and philosophical proof and providing the knowledge regarding the supremacy of Islam over any other spirituality. So he established the supremacy of Islam over any other spirituality. For this reason, he is called Hujjatul Islam or the proof of Islam, because he scientifically proved that Islam is superior religion from a logical point of view and rationally. Number two, who wrote Ihya Ulumuddin. Of course, this is knowledge-based question. The answer is very easy. Is Ihya Ulumuddin was written by Imam Ghazali. And Ihya Ulumuddin means revitalization of Deen or Islam. Who was the founder of Islamic Sufism? This is also knowledge-based question. The answer is, of course, Imam Ghazali is the founder of Islamic Sufism. Now, what is Sufism? We already explained what is Sufism. We have spirituality and self-purification, by which a person can gain the nearness of Allah and a person can clean and purify his heart and mind. Of course, Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah alayhi was born in 1058 AD and he died in 1111 AD. 1111 AD. So, boys and girls, you can write the answer for these three questions that we already explained here. So this can be your homework. This lesson, especially for the students of grade 10 of Bangladesh MHM School and College, Doha, Qatar. As you know, because of the ongoing drive on coronavirus in Qatar, all the schools, colleges, and universities are suspended. So I tried my best to give you a lesson on Imam Ghazali Rahmatullah, and you can accept these questions as your homework. So you can note them down and you can write the answer for yourself. And when the school will be opened, you can show me these answers to me. So thank you so much for watching my channel. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.